Democratic Party members say they were pleased with the turnout of area residents as they passed out Biden-Harris yard signs and related materials in Scottsbluff over this weekend. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, State Party Chair Jane Kneb joined the Scottsbluff County Democrats for an event this weekend and said that more than 100 yard signs had been given out in the first few hours in Frank Park, just west of Scottsbluff High School, Saturday morning. Kneb told KNEB News it was exciting to see the enthusiasm on the rise in the area.
As the Democratic Party statewide, we know that we have an uphill climb, but there's lots of blue dots all over the state. And honestly, the Democrats in Scottsbluff are some of those blue dots. They're some of the most enthusiastic folks that we have statewide. And independents are really swinging our way also out in the Panhandle. So we feel really good about our prospects, not only for the second and first congressional electoral vote, but increasing the turnout in the Western Panhandle as well.
While Democratic Senate nominee Chris Janicek was campaigning in the area during the weekend and was nearby in the park, Kneb said the party was going to do all it could to support Preston Love as a write-in candidate. Well, production of another iteration of the Street Outlaws franchise will start this Thursday on Highway 26 between Mitchell and Scottsbluff. Officials have told KNEB News that during the 3 to 5 nights a week of production, the highway will be reduced to a single lane of head-to-head traffic starting at 6 p.m., with all traffic stopped during the filming of the racing scenes. Last week at a special Scottsbluff County board meeting, Pilgrim Media Operations Manager Kyle Leonard said the company would provide accommodations for those who may want them.
In past events, if the noise really is keeping someone up, we have offered to get a hotel room somewhere else to put them up to take care of them. We want to make sure that they're comfortable.
Really?
We want, so we ask that, they give it a night, see how it is, and if it's something they absolutely can't deal with it, we have offered that in the past.
Such accommodations were offered to at least 2 residents in South Gering during earlier production, but both were turned down. Production could still move to a site in Kimball County depending on the impact to traffic. State transportation officials originally wanted the road closure to start no earlier than 8 p.m. However, Pilgrim representatives indicated that could lead to problems with the production schedule. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your full week forecast. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, Remax, and settle down.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Clear skies across the area tonight. Temps going to fall down eventually into the upper 40s. A very pleasant evening. Light winds and calm conditions. Can't complain about that at all. It's going to be warm really for the rest of your work week and then cooler for the weekend. Not significantly so, but getting us back to near normal, maybe slightly below normal. Not much in the way of rain expected. Not as smoky or hazy. The smoke that we have in the area today coming more from that Mullen wildfire, which is located up in the Medicine Bow National Forest area, up in the Centennial and Albany area there in Wyoming. Yesterday we hit 85 degrees, about 10 degrees above our normal high. We're in the should be in the mid 70s for this time of year. Nothing in the rain gauge, still just those 5200ths for the month, and well short for the year, which continues to cause issues with our drought monitor. You could see here we do have extreme drought conditions for a large portion of Colorado, the high country, into portions of Wyoming, and that's starting to creep further to the east. As we zoom in a bit, you'll see that this is now in portions of northern Goshen County, northern Platte County, and right into the southern portions of Niobrara County, that extreme drought conditions. We have severe drought conditions for most of the rest of us. Abnormally dry here, though, in the eastern portions of Laramie and western Kimball counties. That's really the only area in the Panhandle that is, or eastern Wyoming, that is not in a drought conditions right now. And nothing really changing as we go through the evening hours and for the next several days. Not much in the way of rain. We've got 70s and 80s pretty much across the map. 80s here for most of us. 84 in Ogallala, 83 up in Valentine, 78 right now in Lusk and in Cheyenne. Winds are light out of the primarily southeasterly direction, but everywhere they're under 10 miles an hour, so not much to worry about in terms of wind. As you get on the bus tomorrow, it'll be sunny, 48. You might want a jacket when you get on the bus, but when you're coming home, not bad. We're going to be dealing with temps near 90. It's going to be quite warm. A few more clouds probably on your way home than what you're going to have when you head off to school, because it's going to be very clear tonight. We don't have any clouds at all coming tonight. It is going to be a clear, quiet, calm night. Not as cool as last night. Still down into the upper 40s, though, to near 50 degrees for all of us here across the area. Pretty uniform temperatures there, primarily between 45 and 50. For tomorrow, we start the day with quite a bit of sun. A few clouds there in the Sandhills. Those will push off. Then tomorrow afternoon, a few clouds will build up. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of shower activity. Can't rule out an isolated sprinkle, but that's really about it as we go through the afternoon hours tomorrow. Highs are going to be in the upper 80s to low 90s for most of us. Another warm day, and again, we're kind of splitting hairs there at upper 80s and low 90s. Either one of those still well above normal, and we have no precip coming, as you likely can expect here over the next 36 hours. Clear tonight, not as cool as last night. Lows down around 47, light winds. For tomorrow, warm, 91 your high, winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're going to stay warm for most of the rest of the work week. In fact, upper 80s, low 90s will take us through Friday. By Saturday, and you see it on into the weekend, 74 on Saturday, 77 Sunday, Monday in the low 70s as well. Fall, by the way, officially arrives tomorrow, so today is the last full day of summer. We'll get that fall solstice in here tomorrow and officially be into autumn as we start to move towards cooler temps, usually speaking, although the rest of this week we're going to stay quite warm.
Allo Communications has an exciting update on our Allo for Education program. This season alone, we have donated another $125,000 to local schools across our neighborhoods. That's over $325,000 since we started. We are committed to our communities, our schools, closing the digital divide, and building a brighter future for our students. Make the switch to Allo today and we'll donate $50 to the participating school of your choice. Allo for Education ends on September 30th, so hurry and visit us at allofiber.com/education.
Certain things go together, like baseball and hot dogs, or peanut butter and jelly. Then there are things that certainly don't, like electricity and water. To help protect yourself when the two might meet, like basements, garages, kitchens, bathrooms, or even the outdoors, make sure to have protection through ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs. If you don't have GFCIs installed, contact a qualified electrician to install them for you. Always use caution when you're near electricity and water. Brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
The Rent-A-Guy said, "Enjoy your burger," and I almost said, "You too," but then I realized that didn't make sense, and all that came out was, "Yours good."
Welcome back. A 26-year-old shattered man is facing a slew of felony charges stemming from a Thursday disturbance at a Scottsbluff hotel. Andrew Russell is facing charges including possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, possession of a defaced firearm, and possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine. Police were dispatched after receiving a complaint about marijuana smoke coming from Russell's hotel room, and when officers made contact with Russell and the 16-year-old female he was with, he ran into a nearby cornfield and was apprehended a short time later. Well, a 42-year-old Scottsbluff man has been sentenced to 8 to 13 years in prison after pleading no contest to 3 2019 meth-related charges. Billy Murphy was sentenced last week on convictions including a Class 1C felony of possession of meth between 28 and 139 grams, distribution of an exceptionally hazardous drug, and possession of a controlled substance. Murphy was arrested in Mitchell back in November after a resident phoned in a suspicious vehicle. Officers made contact with Murphy inside the pickup and found a fire extinguisher with a false bottom that contained more than 1 ounce of methamphetamine. In exchange for his no contest pleas, prosecutors did dismiss the habitual criminal enhancement that would have required a mandatory minimum of 10 years imprisonment. And Scottsbluff Arby's and the Arby's Foundation presented $6,500 to the United Way of Western Nebraska for the 2020 Week of Caring Food Insecurity project to help fight food insecurity in our communities. Due to COVID-19 concerns and risks this year, the annual United Way in-person packaging event that was planned to be held in October will not be held. The annual packaging event normally engages more than 200 community volunteers to package 75,000 meals of shelf-stable, microwavable, fortified meals that stay in our communities and are distributed through 14 programs serving food insecure families. This year, the money raised for this project will be used to purchase prepaid Visa gift cards, which will then be distributed to the 14 partner programs who serve food insecure families. For more information on this event, please call 635-2522. Well, still to come, Chris Cottrell in with a recap of the weekend that was in local sports. We'll be back at the sports desk in just 90 seconds.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Certain things go together, like baseball and hot dogs, or peanut butter and jelly. Then there are things that certainly don't, like electricity and water. To help protect yourself when the two might meet, like basements, garages, kitchens, bathrooms, or even the outdoors, make sure to have protection through ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs. If you don't have GFCIs installed, contact a qualified electrician to install them for you. Always use caution when you're near electricity and water. Brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Plenty to recap from Friday night on today's update here at the TV Sports Desk. Searching for a win and doing it with only 19 players available. That is a very tough ask, but that was the scenario for the Gering Bulldogs on Friday night with a big group of their JV kids quarantined. It was Gering hosting Chadron. Let's pick things up in the first quarter. It's Chadron cracking the scoreboard first with this short touchdown run from Xander Provance. That gave the Cardinals the 6-0 lead. Fast forward a bit now to the second quarter. Gering gets on the board. It's a Brady Radzimski touchdown pass. He hooks up with Tyler Garrett. This one tied us up at 6 deep into the first half, and now it's Gering again. Radzimski breaking loose in the run game. The Bulldogs score, get the 2-point play, and they lead 14-6 at the halftime break. After a safety for Chadron made it 14-8, it was the Bulldogs still oh so close to that first win for head coach Danny O'Boyle. Closing out games, it's definitely a hurdle that still needs to be cleared as Shadron blocks the Gering punt late in the fourth quarter. Could the Cardinals pay it off? Yes, they could. Justice Alcorn, their quarterback, on the sneak to tie the game at 14-14. Shadron would go on to convert on the 2-point play to take the lead, and they'd get out of town with a 16-14 win. Shadron improved to 3-0, and it was Heartbreak Hotel for those shorthanded Bulldogs Friday night. They dropped to 0-4 ahead of a home game against Alliance. Now, it was an earlier start crosstown at Bearcats Stadium, where it was the Scottsbluff Bearcats. They were in search of their first win of the season, surprisingly enough, and they were hosting Custer, South Dakota. We had the Raw feed live streaming with Scottsbluff looking for a feel-good, momentum-type builder. This one a little bit sloppy, though, early on both sides in this first quarter, but Scottsbluff able to get things cooking a bit in the second stanza. Second play of the quarter, and it's Alex Galindo with the short touchdown run for the Cats. They'd scored twice more in the first half. Here's a quick little flip from quarterback Brett Hill to Galindo. That goes in the books as a touchdown pass. And then Brett Hill on his own, this time with quarterback power to make it 21-0 for the Bearcats at halftime. They'd score a couple of more touchdowns in the second half, eventually put the running clock on late midway through that fourth quarter. First win of the season for Scottsbluff, and now they buckle up and start a week of preparation to welcome in 3-1 Grand Island Northwest on Friday. That's after the Vikings beat Waverly this past week. The 3-0s in the area made it 4-0 on Friday with Mitchell, Bridgeport, and Layton all cruising to victories. Much hand-wringing as we wrap things up here today. Much hand-wringing on Saturday morning when the Husker schedule was announced for the third time this season. This much is a fact. You'd rather play Ohio State in Week 1 than Week 5 when they're sure to be a well-oiled machine. Sean Callahan's report this morning said the over-under on wins for Nebraska was around 3.5. Some other services out there today having NU's win total projected at 4 to 4.5, even 5 wins this year in a couple of different places. We'll start to get those answers in just over a month with that Week 1 game against the Buckeyes. That's the latest today from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's coming back with more right after this here on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, Keep Scottsbluff Gering Beautiful is looking for organizations who would be interested in helping to pick up litter along the Monument Marathon course. Executive Director Cassidy Baum says there have been a total of 10.5 miles of roadside cleanup that are needed for this year's event. The marathon will be held this Saturday, so the cleanup needs to be completed by Friday, September 25th. There are more than 450 expected runners to come from over 30 states, and Baum says this will be a great weekend to make our community shine. She says removing unsightly litter from our roadsides is important for the safety of the marathon participants and to improve the visual appeal of our beautiful communities. Keep Scottsbluff Gering Beautiful will provide gloves, vests, trash bags, and litter pickup tools for all volunteers. And once the cleanup is complete and a cleanup report is submitted to Keep Scottsbluff Gering Beautiful, they will pay your organization a maximum of $50 per mile that is cleaned up. You can call Cassidy Baum at 632-4649 for more information or to apply for the Monument Marathon cleanup. She says once all the miles have been adopted, they will no longer be able to offer this fundraising opportunity. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.